Hello, welcome back to Blender Sushi. Um, Today I will do something that's a little bit fun and different. We're gonna try to experiment a little bit with the idea of creating like um, like an alien language, kind of like I like a, they call it glyph. Glyph is like a symbol we use to communicate, I guess. Um, Normally we use like alphabet A to Z and that's the known language in the Western world, and then we also have like an Asian language in Mandarin, Japanese, Korean, or Arabic, even all kind of letterings in Thai. Anyways, I'm gonna try to kind of get the idea of kind of mapping like words or sentences and match it into like a character map, and based on the lookup table we can replace the alphabet with our own characters. Yeah, that's basically the premise of this video. Let's just get started. So basically we need to we since this is a live noding, we're gonna do it with animation nodes, but there is part where we can't just use nodes. We probably better it's faster using code, so we're gonna do a little bit of coding um, to simplify um, the problem. We're gonna do it like this. So let's say our alphabet is only like 26 letters, which is the A to Z, and we can say anything. So this is our character map or something, A to Z, and the words can be anything. Alien words. So the word can be anything, and then we need a way to kind of turning this A, B, C, D, this language characters into numbers. That's it. So this is the letters we have, and we need a way to turn this into numbers. And we can use the number list index to generate our alien words. Okay, so that's let's see how we're gonna do it. Let's just jump into it. So delete this guy, put it on layer 2, go back to layer 1. See, I think we need to start with something. Right. Okay, go to animation nodes. Let's see, with text we actually have this characters node. Characters node is outputting that guy, like this 26. So let's have a look. Let's use debug drawer, but if it's a bit slow I'll just turn off always, just turn on these guys. Uppercase, that's A to Z in uppercase. For this tutorial I'll probably just gonna use uppercase. We're not gonna be using lowercase, so they are like different. This is gonna be the character map, and we're gonna use the index of each character here. So we need a way, basically first we need a way to turn this into just numbers, and we're gonna be using Python. Okay, let's start with a Python console, and then string map. Let's say our string map is ABCD, ABCD, E, F, G, H, R, S, T, U, W, X, Y, Z. That's a string map. We actually can do this. In Python, there is like a method. There's a method. It's like a function for string where we can just type in like this. Substring not found. Because it's lowercase. If I type like A, it's gonna return 0. I'm gonna type H, it's gonna return H is number 8, so it's maybe 7. Yeah. So Z is gonna be 25. So, and the length of string map is 26. So we basically we already got everything there. So the function in Python is as useful as, it's kind of like having a node, and then the nodes can do something, and node itself is like a function that can return a value. That's how I think of it. So if you are using Python and then you have all this module and so many functions you can use, and you can definitely get to solving your problem. Okay, so let's see if our alien word is alien. The word, say, if I type in word, I'm typing a variable and I just put a like alien there. I could go through each and every character. So for every character in the word alien, which is ALIEN, string map, index, and character. So it's gonna return something. So 0, 11, 8, 4, 13. That's exactly what we need. We just need a way to convert the alien, like the sentences, into numbers, and then just based on that index numbers, we can just character map or lookup table each of the letter. Alright, so let's just put that into practice. Go. So let's try script node input. The input is gonna be string, and we need 2 string, and the output is gonna be list of integer list. So after spending some time using nodes, obviously you will get interested in coding as well, a little bit, not too much, but slowly you will find both are really useful. Strings can be our string map, and then the word. String map is this guy. We don't have like a space or underscore or any character. Like for now, it's just the letters. Okay, so let's get our script. Integer list not defined, so this is gonna be number list, and script. Create a new script and then point it there. Num list nothing. Okay, let's turn on always. Maybe I turn off Firefox, slowing down everything. So this is uppercase is gonna be our string map, and the words can be alien. Okay, alien. And now we don't have the num list yet, but soon we're gonna have it. It's a debug. When doing like a video like this, I always wondering who is my audience. Sometimes if you're like you're a good coder and then you want to know a little bit of noding, and then you will learn it really fast, and maybe you're also like you don't know anything about coding, but you're interested to use nodes, and you don't know any kind of programming. So yeah, I try to explain everything, even though like things like string or text or method of string, that's kind of alien. But if you don't understand, you can ask me, or you can look up, you can Google search for whatever terminology I was talking about. Okay, so we know our word is the alien, so, and we can actually do it like this. Create a function, return list. No. List, get num list, and the input's gonna be the word for C in word string math index C, and num list is gonna be get num list word. That's probably what we're gonna return. Oops, actually, no. We need to append num list append this guy, and then return num list. So there you go. That's the code. Super simple and super fast. And Glyph 001. Always remember to save. Okay, so we are already halfway there. Yeah, the tricky part is probably just the codes and kind of the logic on how are we going to do something. Normally you have like a rough idea. It's good to just write it down. So this is the code. That's what we need. It's converting this word alien into each character, and the character is looking at this character map, and it's gonna return numbers, list of numbers. So by having that, we can simply use animation nodes and loop. Okay, so let's hide all these. So this is our thing. Okay, number list. We know that's that's gonna be like five number. So okay, it's gonna just put this through the list. We know that's an integer. Okay, we're gonna need a object list, which is our alphabet, and then just get the index. That's the plan. Get list element. So sometimes it's a bit sketchy and kind of going back and forth. That's gonna be the integer. We need something to go into the list, and then the element. We might need to use the object instances as well. It's gonna be object list. I believe the object list is gonna be our A to Z. Okay. Let's go to the fun part now. View from top, and just I'm gonna use grease pencil, and then just gonna write the alien alphabet real quick. So the A, B. So for now, I'm just gonna type. I'm gonna write, the letter just like our normal alphabet, and then each letter is just a single stroke to keep everything simple, and we can tell if anything's wrong. But later on, you can change all this letter into your own alien language, and it's gonna be looking really interesting. T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z, Z. Okay, A, B, C, D, F, G. Okay, that's good. Convert grease pencil to Bezier. Turn off the interesting. Convert grease pencil Bezier curve. Yeah, oftentimes this doesn't work. Just weird. Okay, it's on layer 2. That's weird. Let's delete that. Convert this pencil to Bezier curve. Turn off link stroke so we don't have the connecting bit. Now we can delete grease pencil. We have our alphabet. Okay, so let's save it. Save as. Now let's turn this into more like a 3D. Let's bevel. Depth. Make it a bit thick, maybe. Extrude. Won't do too much. Oh, just now I was trying to select the object, but it's like didn't work. It's weird. Let's create a torus. I probably accidentally did something. It's weird. Let's go to default. G doesn't work. It's weird. Let's create a new file. Is the G working there? So weird. I was in edit mode somehow. Okay, now it's good. Let's continue. So we have our strokes, and then we're gonna turn this into like a normal mesh, so we can continue. Okay, let's separate this, convert it into mesh, and then separate loose, and then set the origin to geometry. So now we got it. Now just add this into a group. Okay, let's continue. So we got this word alien. We have to, it's become like a list of numbers, and object list. Let's grab our objects from group. It's our group, and plug this into the object list. And this object list is not the iterator. It's not being iterated. This is just the parameter goes in. Now we can plug this in, and now we have the objects ready to be processed. We're gonna need to have object instancer. So object instancer, this is gonna be our, what should we call it, A to Z. This is our characters, and I believe we also need a vector list. Here, vector list. That's gonna be for the placement of our objects. Object transform output, and put it in there. Locations, get from the vector. And what is our object? It's gonna be object instancer. And we don't have anything yet. Soon we're gonna have it. Object copy object data from this guy to that guy. Plug that in. Let's hope that this works properly. How many instances? We don't have any instance yet, but the instance is actually the word. So let's create a string input, call it alien, and alien goes into instance. Get string length. Get where is it? Text length. That's special. Text length. Put the text in. Get the length. String there. Okay, so seems like we have pretty much everything. The mesh, we created the mesh. The group is this guy. We just need probably the vector. Let's use a line. Why not? Line goes in there. Okay, seems to be working. The X is there. How many? So for now, let's say we make like a 20 different vector, and then let's have a look. Okay, looks like our text is a little bit scrambled. This actually can be interesting as well. You can make like a secret code, like a, what do they call it? The Julius Caesar cipher. It's kind of the order is messy at the moment. We actually need to sort the alphabet in order for this to work. Let's view from the top. This guy needs to be sorted first. So it's our object list. Let's sort it and sort it by direction. A, B, C, D. So directions from, it's gonna be in the x positive axis. Okay, using doesn't matter. Now, okay, it's actually working. Alien. Okay, alien's working. So this is our character map. And we're gonna create our sentence right here. File, save as. At this point, you can actually get a little bit fancy. Like, you can actually just replace any of this alphabet with any kind of mesh. It's gonna work right away. Okay, so what's the word? Alien, say hello. So, and this sentence we just can actually hide this. So alien, say hello. We don't have the character or the glyph for space. For space, we probably can use Suzanne, for example. Okay, this is our object, for example. We don't need to see that anymore. So let's say we want to have like space characters for space. We can use Suzanne Rx -90. Suzanne, make Suzanne small. Put Suzanne there. Apply location, rotation, scale, and give it a color probably so we can tell. And just put Suzanne inside a group. Suzanne inside a group. Okay, now we actually have 27 different objects in the list. So, so this is, where's our ABCD? This guy, instead of uppercase, we're gonna type our own word for our string mapping. So A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z, and then space. So 27 different characters. Now back to where we were. Aliens, say hello. Alien, alien, say hello. Interestingly, I might have made a mistake somewhere with our character map. So A B C D M N O P Q R S. Maybe the group need to be sorted once again. Let's see how A B C D E F G H I J K L M. It doesn't register the M. Wonder why. M N O P Q R S. Let me delete Suzanne. Okay, I know. Because Suzanne position is, I need to center the Suzanne set origin. Now it should be correct. I just need to put Suzanne inside a group. So back to where we were. Suzanne. Type in Suzanne in all capital. Should give us Suzanne. And space become Suzanne head. Alright. Cool. Everything's working nicely. Except for one thing. If you notice that I've been using line. I've been using line for the placement of the text. That can be alright if it's a sentence just go in one direction like that, just as like a single line. But you might want to have like maybe you want to put it inside a grid, for example. Let me do that real quick. Because we have grid mesh and line mesh, this is convenient. Let's see, if you're like a Chinese or Japanese or Korean, you type it in a square. Right, so let's type in, this is let's type in animation blender rocks animation nodes sphere chop sushi. Okay, so you get it. That's kind of the result. Let me turn off the object instance line first. Tap U and hide relationship lines. Here we actually have less the grid, the number of the points is less than what we need, so we don't know how many it has, but we just increase the number of grid and see until it's doing that. That means we have more points than we need. Okay, so as you can see, based on depending on how the grids was created, it's typing the letters in this direction. You see. Let me hide that guy real quick. Okay, so it says Blender rocks a animation nodes sphere chop sushi. Okay, seems to be working. Everything's working good, except that it's really weird that we have to read it like that. I thought that we could just sort it, but apparently we can't. Sometimes sorting doesn't give you what doesn't have point distance. Custom, yeah, this is a bit confusing right here. What is key list? What is float string? We cannot sort it that way. Pity, but never mind. We could just for now just simply use a line maybe. I tried it before. We can use like use Verchock, I guess, to create the lines and then generate the mesh. Shouldn't be too hard. Or you could also use there's this thing in animation nodes that's interesting. So let's say we are gonna be Blender rocks animation nodes. Let's type something more interesting like animation nodes is fun and spreadsheet is fun. Delicious are fun. Delicious like sushi. Yeah, it's just random word like that. I'm gonna select it and paste it. Huh. Okay, I cannot paste it. Type it. Just type it. Animation nodes and spreadsheet are the this random sentence. Okay, a little bit more fun like that. Now we're gonna use the object separate. This is only for text, unfortunately, but it's okay. It's useful. This is our text, and we can use the placement of this text for our own characters. Okay. Just update. Now you can see we have the placement for each text. Now we could quickly turn this into a vector list for our character placement by looping and object transform output. Plug that in, get the vector, and get a vector list. Actually, I did a mistake. It's not supposed to be object transform output. It should be object transform input. Object transform input. Sorry about that. Let's output a vector. And now we just can forget about that. Vector list, plug that in, and just hide those tags somewhere. There we go. Animation nodes and spreadsheet are delicious like sushi. Probably the spacing is the problem. But that's another way you can quickly do this, like creating a grid. I kind of like just grid, you know, just make the text a little bit harder to read, but it's looking quite nice like this. animation nodes node. Not sure if you can read this, and it's very short. But yeah, in a way, this is kind of like a typography kind of practice. When I was learning graphic design, I quite like typography, and this is kind of like a design thing. It's not really art, but it's more like a, because we play a lot with layout, and then you kind of, oh, okay, that looks interesting, you know. And interesting graphic typography doesn't mean readable sometimes. We can break the rules. Random EULA. Let's try. At this stage, you can do anything with your character. In fact, if you feel like make your characters a little bit more interesting, so instead of the normal A, B, C, D, feel free to do it. You can what's a quick way to randomize this guy? Let's try one that's with the J. I wonder if we just smooth it or remesh. Yeah, remesh is nice. Turn it to block. Yes. Let's see if that works right away. Whoa. We don't use letter J, do we? Let's try G. So it doesn't update right away. Maybe because group object doesn't get the object with modifier, I guess. So that's okay. Well, anyway, at this stage you really can, like, if you want to wiggle your objects, you can do it. You'll wiggle. Playing with text is fun. This is kind of the area that people rarely use, because most people use 3D these days to create realistic visual effects. Sometimes all these areas that rarely explored is it's really more fun for me. It's not about just creating realistic, but it's creating interesting visuals, I guess. That's my point. So it's Blender render. We can I believe we can just assign a material for everything here. Let's see if we can just turn on freestyle and turn on ambient occlusion and view, align camera, active camera to view, and just quickly render out this design. Might be not the most beautiful, but this is still, it's quite graphic. Freestyle, feasibility computation, stroke rendering. Freestyle can take a while, but I kind of like the look of outline. It's more stylistic, it's not realistic, but it's definitely interesting to look at. So there you go. yeah, if I full screen this, that's the our alien kind of language. It says animation nodes and spread jobs are cool, super cool, like sushi or something. Yeah. Um, I guess with the alphabet itself, if you feel like to explore this further for the alphabet A to Z, it doesn't need to look like A to Z. You can kind of randomize the letter. You can procedurally generate the alphabet A to Z in any kind of design you want. You might get interesting result in the end. Yeah, give this a try. Basically, the system that we have here is pretty robust. It's just like it's a mapping based on a certain character map that we provide. We have like a lookup, kind of like a lookup characters for our own letter, and it's just replacing each one of them. Yeah, hopefully you find this video useful, and you can leave comments and like and subscribe to this channel. And yeah, thank you very much for tuning in. I'll see you on the next video. Thank you.